In every crypto cycle, new trends rise and fade. Some explode with hype, only to disappear when the market turns. But some projects, survive. They endure the bear markets, the regulatory battles, and the endless noise. And one of them against all odds is XRP. If you think of Tether as holding the liquidity of the crypto world, then think of XRP as holding the rails that move it. It's the infrastructure, the hidden plumbing. Today, we're exploring the future of XRP. We're going beyond the price charts and diving deep into its role in the coming age of central bank digital currencies, asset tokenization, and AI-driven finance. This isn't about short-term gains. It's about long-term vision. Welcome to DCA Crypto, where we decode the real stories behind crypto's long-term survivors. Let's rewind the clock. Back in 2012, long before DeFi summer or NFT mania, Ripple set out with a bold and deceptively simple mission to make money move as easily and instantly as information does on the internet. Think about it too. Can send an email to anyone on the planet in a split second? For free. Why can't you do the same with money? That was the problem Ripple aimed to solve. While most early blockchain projects were focused on creating alternative currencies for speculation, Ripple took a radically different path. They focused on infrastructure. They weren't trying to replace the financial system. They were trying to upgrade it from the inside out. They concentrated on building systems that banks, payment providers, and major financial institutions could actually use. This wasn't a grassroots anti-establishment movement. It was a pragmatic, enterprise-first approach, and it worked. Today, RippleNet connects hundreds of financial institutions across the globe. We're talking about major players, from Japan's SBI Holdings, which uses Ripple's technology for cross-border payments, to banking networks in the United Arab Emirates and Southeast Asia that leverage it for faster, cheaper remittances. They built the bridges first, quietly connecting the islands of traditional finance. While the rest of the crypto world was chasing hype, Ripple was chasing adoption in the places that mattered most. But that foundation, as solid as it is just the beginning of the story. The next chapter is where it gets really interesting. The next wave of finance isn't just digital, it's programmable. This is a fundamental shift. And at the forefront of this shift are central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. Governments worldwide are exploring how to create digital versions of their national currencies, and the race is on to build the technology that will power them. And guess who's quietly been at the table, helping to pilot these projects? Ripple. They've been working directly with central banks in countries like Colombia, Bhutan, and Palau. Ripple's dedicated CBDC platform allows central banks to mint, manage, and transact their digital currencies with full control and security. The platform is designed to use the XRP ledger as a neutral bridge asset for settlement between different CBDCs. Imagine the digital dollar needing to be exchanged for the digital yen. Instead of going through a complex, slow, and expensive correspondent banking system, they could be swapped instantly using XRP as the intermediary. This makes XRP a potential core component of the future global financial system, a settlement layer for the world's digital currencies. Beyond CBDCs, we have the explosion of tokenization. This is the concept of turning real-world assets like real estate, stocks, art, or even carbon credits into digital tokens on a blockchain. The World Economic Forum predicts that up to 10% of global GDP could be stored on blockchains by 2027. That's trillions of dollars of value becoming liquid and tradable. For this tokenized economy to work, you need a network that can handle immense volume at high speed and very low cost. The XRP ledger was built for this, with transaction fees costing a fraction of a penny, and settlements happening in just 3 to 5 seconds. It's designed for high-frequency, low-value transfers. It's not just about sending large sums. It's about enabling a world where billions of microtransactions can occur seamlessly. XRP's architecture positions it not just as a payment currency, but as the bridge layer for all this newly tokenized value, connecting different assets and markets frictionlessly. Now, let's add another layer of complexity and opportunity: artificial intelligence. The financial world is rapidly merging with it. We're seeing automated trading algorithms, AI-powered lending platforms that assess risk in real time, and intelligent treasury management systems that optimize capital flow for global corporations. All of these systems have one thing in common: they need access to instant, global liquidity to function effectively. An AI can make a million brilliant decisions a second, but it's useless if the money can't move fast enough to execute them. This is where Ripple's vision extends beyond just being a payment processor. It's positioning itself as a liquidity layer for this new era of intelligent finance. Imagine a future where a company's AI treasury agent automatically detects a currency fluctuation risk and instantly moves millions of dollars from a subsidiary in Europe to one in Asia to hedge against it. Or an AI-driven supply chain that pays thousands of suppliers across dozens of countries the moment goods are delivered. For these scenarios to be possible, you need a financial network that operates at the speed of machines, not humans. And XRP, with its focus on speed, low cost, and reliability, is being built to run beneath it all. providing the on-demand liquidity that makes intelligent finance possible. So how is Ripple making this all happen? Their strategy is clear and consistent. Build the rails first, and the traffic will follow. They aren't just selling a token. They're building global infrastructure. This isn't about flashy marketing campaigns. It's about forging deep, strategic partnerships. They've partnered with payment corridor specialists like Tranglo to open up new remittance channels across Southeast Asia. They've worked with national banks to integrate their technology directly into the core banking stack. They've even expanded beyond payments, exploring blockchain-based identity solutions and other enterprise use cases on the XRP ledger. This approach is fundamentally different from much of the crypto space. It's less about generating short-term hype and more about building a durable, long-lasting foundation. They are playing the long game by embedding their technology deep within the existing financial system and positioning it as the backbone for the next one. They're building a competitive moat. These foundations are not just local or regional. They are global in ambition and in execution. The goal is to become as indispensable to the movement of value as the SWIFT system is today, but for a new, tokenized, and intelligent world. Every crypto cycle leaves behind a trail of wreckage projects that promised the moon, soared on pure hype, and then vanished when the funding dried up or the narrative changed. We've all seen them, but the survivors, the ones that are still here cycle after cycle, have something in common. They build, quietly, consistently, and with a clear focus on solving real-world problems. XRP and Ripple are the quintessential examples of this. While facing regulatory headwinds and market skepticism, they never stopped building. They weren't just surviving, they were evolving from a simple cross-border payment solution into what could become the financial backbone of Web3, a neutral settlement layer for CBDCs, a transport protocol for tokenized assets, and a liquidity engine for an AI-driven economy. Because in every technological revolution, whether it's the internet or blockchain, there's always one constant. The world still needs to move value. Goods need to be paid for, remittances need to be sent, and capital needs to flow. That fundamental need isn't going away. And XRP, with its decade-long focus on infrastructure, might just be the network that keeps it all flowing smoothly, quickly, and efficiently into the future. This is DCA Crypto, helping you think long-term in a short-term world. If you found this deep dive valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.